at the end, okay? So let's get into the build quality. Now, most people are familiar by this point. We've got a titanium build all the way around the rails and the frame inside. And then we've got frosted glass back. We've got Gorilla Glass, Victus, I don't know, some kind of special, whatever it is that Apple puts on the front of the screen. It feels smaller, but the screen size is the same. And overall, much more pleasurable to use. The titanium has also allowed it to be lighter, which I do appreciate, although I didn't really mind the weight of the previous models. The lightness of this is welcome. It is also more rounded. There's sort of a rounded edge here as opposed to the sharp that we had with the stainless steel before. I'm not exactly sure why. The bezels are thinner, but it also looks and feels smaller than the other models did. The other models were kind of monolithic, and this one is... When I got this out of the box, and I've got this natural titanium color, when I held it in my hand, whether it was the curves or the weight or whatever, it just felt really good. Not too big, not too small, not too heavy, not too light. It just felt exactly right. And then using it has been a very smooth and very pleasurable experience. Not just, just in a way where, the best that you would ever want your phone to be is to kind of feel like an extension of you, right? And so I feel like immediately I had that sort of extension with this phone. So, of course, every new Pro iPhone has a new chip. We have the A17 Pro processor in here. It's hard to really tell the difference in speeds and that kind of thing when you're just using a phone, because you don't, even comparing it to another phone, they both have the same animations and the chips are both relatively fast. The other much ballyhooed change here is that Apple now has USB-C on the... This is the first time we've had USB-C in the iPhone. And I'm glad that happened because I have so many other USB-C devices out there. USB-C is a good change. On the Pro models, the data port is also USB-C 3 speeds, which means it's fast.
So, links and details down below. The new natural titanium look is super clean, a little utilitarian, but kind of boring too. Thankfully, we've got dbrand skins to fix that. Whether you want something really shiny and out there, or something a little more subtle that has a pop when you angle it in the right light. They've measured it precisely to fit the iPhone 15 backs. However, they make it so easy to install that I do trust even you, yes you, can do it. Once installed though, they stay installed. Passing my scientific rub test, I can speak from experience that the edges haven't lifted even after having to suffer through my skinny jeans phase. They've got plenty of colors, textures, and some fairly stylish ones too that will definitely help your iPhone stand out. Or you can keep it subtle and vibing with this one if you're not interested in being the center of attention. Obviously, this isn't going to protect you from drops, but it does offer some great scratch resistance from your long nails and only makes it feel better in the hand by not adding any bulk. Plus, you're no longer afraid of actually using or tossing it onto a table, and this will probably last for as long as you own your phone. However, you'll probably get bored and want to switch it up, and thanks to dbrand using premium 3M vinyl, removing it leaves your phone looking brand spanking new. So if I did have to pick one, their full grain leather skins are hard to beat because it'll only get better with time the more you actually use your tripod.
Now, I hate carrying cables. They're messy, break easily, and just take up too much space. Thankfully, we barely need them nowadays, but when we do, having the Nomad charge key sitting on my keychain or hanging from my bag is more than enough as a backup, whether for charging or uploading that essay with 2 minutes left. It's tiny, built stronger than you are, and uses magnets to stay organized. What else can you ask for? We picked up one of Anker's new battery releases, and I think it's genius. Not only for how tiny it is, but the fact you don't need to untangle any cables or get a hand cramp trying to wrap your hand around a thick battery around back. Plus, the built-in plug actually folds away too, giving it a Snickers bar shape and feel when stored away. You get a nice textured finish, rounded edges that feel good in the hand, and a solid construction that won't feel like will fall apart anytime soon. Now, it is only 5,000 milliamps